All right, babies, welcome back to my channel once again. I thought that I would make this cute, sweet, and very brutally honest video about pregnancy for everybody that wants to know the real deal about pregnancy. I'm just gonna give it to you. The first statement that I will make is that it is okay not to like being pregnant. I know that as women, we're conditioned to be like, oh my God, you're pregnant, it's so beautiful, it's such a blessing, which it is. And I'll be the first one to say I am very blessed to be carrying a child, especially after I have lost a child. However, pregnancy is not fun. There's nothing cute about it, and there's a lot of things that people do not tell you. So I'm here to tell you these things, not to be negative or not to be scaring anybody, but just to be honest about like what pregnancy is. So to do that, I have my friend who's not gonna be shown because she says she doesn't look cute enough, but she's gonna be asking me questions about why my pregnancy or why I don't like being pregnant.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you like anything that comes to your
Anything that comes to your mind.
Okay. First one, as I'm drinking a beer.
Okay.
Okay,
fair.
How does it feel that you can't drink anything?
Yeah, okay, so like, let's talk about that. Okay, so first of all, and I've had a lot of people like talk to me about how they're like, oh my God, like I didn't know I was pregnant until I was like, 8 or 10 weeks and I was drinking heavily. Like, okay, so first things first, everybody, just to be clear, drinking early in your pregnancy before you know you're pregnant is not gonna harm the baby, okay? Now, you might have some adverse reactions to where you might not be able to drink as heavy or you might like get really sick, and that might be a sign or a symptom. I think I had one weekend where I was like turned up for my friend's birthday, shout out to Jessica, where I was pregnant and I didn't know it yet. Baby's fine, didn't affect the baby at all. But I miss my wine. I used to be like a red wine at night kind of girl, like let me just wind down. Or if you go out, like social drinking is a thing and you don't realize how much social drinking you do until you're pregnant. Like it has been a long, I'm 8 months right now. It's been a long 8 months.
Yeah, like all your friends are turning up and
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah, see that, okay, we'll move that. So I'm moving on to the friends category too. So I don't like, and this is like no shade, but I'm one of the only people that I know in my life that is pregnant. So all of my friends are still pretty much young, single, not married, no babies. So I had to kind of be flaky my whole pregnancy because we didn't tell anybody I was pregnant until I was 8 months. So that means I missed out on the brunches, missed out on the influencer events, missed out on the parties. People literally thought I was being like fake because they're like, let's go out, let's turn up girl brunch. And I can't go because I have a whole baby in my belly. And it's really lonely. Like pregnancy, I will say, is lonely. Luckily, I had a few friends that were pregnant at the same time as me and they ended up like keeping my secret, but I miss being social.
yeah, I literally lived in the same building as
Yeah.
you and you just disappeared off the face of the earth. And then it made sense. I was like, oh, no wonder why she's always tired. No wonder why she can't come downstairs. No wonder. It all makes sense now.
Yeah, when me and my friends are like, let's hit the club. And I'm like, girl.
I asked you a couple club things.
Yeah,
And I was like,
like
oh,
a crazy.
she's married. And I was like, no, that's not even the reason because Swag doesn't care.
No.
But yeah.
It was because
you're-
I was
you're-
tired. So it's okay to be tired, and also it's okay if your friendships change during pregnancy, and it's okay. Like, I don't know, it's just hard because people don't talk about the emotional aspect. We'll get to the body aspect in a second because your body changes, and that's not fun. Okay, that's good, that'll be next. But the emotional and psychological aspect of being pregnant, no, that is hard. Give yourself grace.
Well, the good thing about me is that as long as I have a beer, I'll just walk upstairs and chill with her while, and talk about her being pregnant.
Yeah.
And get drunk.
Have a few, that's what I'm saying, have a few homebody friends.
Yes,
People that don't
definitely.
mind coming and watching Netflix with you, or that don't mind just like literally sitting in your kitchen with you and listening to you vent. Like if people always want to go to somewhere and do something, they may not be the right people for the next part of your life because you can't go somewhere and do something with a newborn anyway. Okay, moving on to the next part.
Are you stressed about what your body's gonna do after you have the baby? I know you have 1,000 metabolism, so that's great news, but
Yeah.
are you like stressed about that?
Okay, we'll jump into that. I'm gonna talk fast because I want you guys to get it all. So number one is your body goes through so many changes. The first things first is like, let's not skip over the hormones. The hormones are crazy, and I am lucky because I have a partner. We made this baby together, we're married, and he has been holding me down. But when I say the mood swings are real, I'm crying over things that I should not be crying over. Like, food aversion, smells, like your body just goes through so much to where you're just like, I don't feel like myself. I feel like literally sleeping in bed and crying all day. And it's just not fun. Secondly, my boobs are so big. I just want to throw that out there.
Already big.
Girl, my boobs were already big, y'all. Like, my boobs were already huge, okay? Like, double D huge. And then now 3 sizes bigger, and I'm not even to the finish line. Like, my milk hasn't even come in yet. So I'm just over here like, I don't know if my boobs will ever be the same. My areolas are bigger than my boobs were. Like, it's a lot. So I'm like, will I ever recover? I don't know. Also, saggy tits. I don't know. And I know that, like, it's hard because everybody's like, it's a part of life. Like, this is beautiful. Your body's doing what it's supposed to do. Great. However, I just don't know how I feel about that. That's a lot to handle. Secondly, people are gonna call you big. Don't like that. So, like, even like my husband, he's like, babe, you know, he'll say our daughter's name. He'll be like, she's getting so big, but obviously she's in my belly. So he's basically telling me that my belly is getting big, which makes me feel like he's calling me fat, and I don't like that. Like, I'm like,
I keep asking you when you're gonna get fat. Does that bother you?
no, because that insinuates that I'm not fat yet.
Oh, because you're not. Yeah.
Thank you. That's a compliment. Versus him being like, wow, you're so big.
No, but I want you to get fat. Like,
Great, great, but that still gives me space to grow, you know? Like, but it's like, so that'll be interesting, and like, I don't want people to call me fat all the time. That sucks. Because it hurt. Like, I've been working hard on my body my whole life, and it sounds like very superficial, but it really does suck. Not to mention, and thank God, oh, this. You hear that?
Yeah.
Who the heck didn't warn me that congestion was a pregnancy symptom? So I'm already having like allergies as normal, but then there's also congestion. You get the sore throats, the dizziness, the back aches, like all these things kind of hit you at once to where like, you can't get up fast, and then your belly's in the way, and then you can't move. Morgan told me I was wobbling today, and I am.
Yeah,
it's true.
Wobbles like a little penguin.
Yeah, I'm wobbling. So it's just like so hard, especially when you're an independent person. I'm used to doing things on my own. I'm used to, like, I don't know, just being functional, and I'm not functional right now. So it's been really hard on my mental health.
You literally have an alien inside of your
There's
body.
a baby. No, there's a.
That's cool.
Come on.
Yeah.
Feeding off of my whole entire being. Like, that's serious. Plus, I'm hot. I'm having heat flashes, and that's like at night. Chris complains about it being so freaking like cold. He's like, babe, it's cold. He wore a hoodie to bed last night, but I couldn't let him change the temperature because I'm so hot all the time.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
Am I allowed to say like vagina?
Sure.
Okay, is that it?
I don't know if that's we're allowed to do that on YouTube, but we can,
Okay,
say
so
it. We can beep it out.
Are you like worried at all that it's gonna like change your vagina, like which would change your sex life?
Huh.
I have random ass questions. Sorry.
No, that's a great question. So this is
gotta push that thing out.
Gotta push that thing out, and for those that don't know, I'm gonna try to do a vaginal natural birth. I am actually not worried about it changing my sex life because I feel like the snapback game will be real. But there is a thing called a lover stitch. Now, I don't want to tear. So that's another thing. You have to prepare for that. Of like, if you are doing like vaginal birth, you might tear.
To your butthole.
To your butthole, yep, because.
And you might.
Oh my God. Well, we can't say that. We might poop. We might poop while we're giving birth, and we might tear. We don't know, depending on how fast the baby comes out. So if I do tear, they can stitch me up tighter than I was to kind of like give me like that sex appeal. But also, I don't know if I want that. I'm not trying to be, that's uncomfortable. They're not gonna sew the whole thing up, Morgan. Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah, see that? And this is my life because I don't have people in my life that can really even tell me what to expect. So I'm Googling it and YouTubing it like you guys are to figure out like what is the real deal. But no, I don't think it's gonna change my sex life, but I do think I'll stay away from sex for a little while because
Your vagina will hurt.
we gotta make sure everything's okay down there. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is.
Wait, see me, another thing. Stress from family. I gotta say this to everybody. Make sure you guys do not let people in your life stress you out. I have been the pregnant person that's been trying to accommodate every single person in my life while I've been pregnant. And then now that I'm in my last few weeks of my 3rd trimester, the stress is catching up with me. I have been trying to make sure everybody gets what they want out of my labor, out of the birth. It's their niece, their goddaughter, their granddaughter, and it's like frustrating. Ooh.
That's not fair. It's like you're the one carrying all the baggage in there.
Yeah.
And just bringing a present to everybody. They have nothing to say.
Exactly. But you have to realize that once you become pregnant, you need to start putting you and baby first. So I will tell you guys that I did not do that appropriately. I continued to act like my normal self and just try to serve everybody. And then it ended up making like me cry a lot more during my pregnancy because I didn't feel like anybody was taking care of me. So do not let people do that to you. Let's circle back around. First trimester. The first trimester is the worst thing that ever happened to me, and I will be really honest about that. I felt like I was a hungover until I was 13 weeks. So the room was spinning. I couldn't walk. I couldn't eat anything. Ginger candies, like I could only do half of them because it would make me nauseous, and maybe like one saltine cracker. I slept for like 12 to 15 hours a day. And yeah. Well, then you might be sleeping. You might sleep for a whole 18. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, just out of it. And like to the point where Swag came and he was like, I never want to see you like this again. He was like, I just don't want to see you suffer in this way ever again. And it made me question, like, I don't know how many kids I can have. So I just want to know if you do feel depressed or lonely or just like overwhelmed with all the symptoms during your first trimester, you are not alone. I did not like it. And I don't know, even now, I'm like, my second trimester, third trimester have been a breeze, but I just don't know if pregnancy's for me. And I don't want anybody to feel guilty about feeling that way because pregnancy is a hardcore thing, and I don't think people just make it seem like, oh, you're a girl, just pop them out. Hold on, wait a minute. This is a whole process.
It doesn't just pop out.
It doesn't just pop out, okay?
I'm excited. I wish I could be in there. Yeah, but I don't have to do anything, but I wish I could just be in there. I have so many questions, like, about, I don't want to be weird.
Ask, it's okay.
Well, I already asked Chris, and he just looked at me like I was an idiot. What do you think that, like, when it comes out of your vagina, that the head's gonna be like a little cone?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like mushy or something?
Yeah. Babies' heads are soft when they come out, so
and then
you have to dome it. Yeah. Then put a little hat on her. Yeah. So it's like stuff like that. It's like,
cute.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. So, but even that, it's like everything about this is not like this. Like when I thought about being pregnant, I literally just thought maternity pictures. I was like, I'm gonna take the best maternity pictures. This is gonna be so cute. And she did.
Wow.
And she did.
So good.
But I did not take into account the other 10 months, the whole 10 months of like what was gonna happen to my body. And even now I'm spreading, the baby's head is dropping down in this position. It is a wild experience. She moves around a lot. She likes to exercise in the middle of the night. Like there's just so many things to where it's like, wow.
She's really active when I touch her belly.
Yeah, she likes to move
She
around.
likes me.
She does.
Okay?
She hears you. She hears your voice.
Yeah.
Or she's trying to get
Or
away
she's
from
like,
you.
no, she's
She's like, get away from me.
Is she asking
Get
another
away from this
question?
crazy lady. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. I want people to be aware of the actual full picture of what pregnancy is. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's a life-changing event. Yes, you're gonna be, it's just something you'll never experience. Like, it's just like magical. But it's also difficult, it's training, it's sometimes depressing if you feel depressed, like really talk to somebody because that's a real thing. Like you just genuinely have to take care of your body. And I don't want to sell you this butterflies and rainbows because every mom that I talked to before was like, oh, pregnancy is rough. Yeah, it might be hard, but it's so worth it. You'll get through it. That's fine. But you need to give me details, sis. I need to know what it is that I'm trying to get through. So I'm just, guys, letting you know that there's some things going on.
Tell them about how I asked earlier about like your metabolism and stuff.
Yeah.
You poop a lot more.
I do.
Right?
I do. Yeah. Okay. So that I have been blessed, but ladies, get you what is it called? A squatty potty. Y'all, if you don't have a squatty potty, it's game changing. Add it to your regimen as soon as you get pregnant because constipation is also a pregnancy symptom. So you need to be able to have a squatty potty to make sure that you can go regularly because my baby does not like anything in the belly with her. Everybody else is like, I eat so much. She will eat one little baby apple and she'll be like, you got to get this out of here because I want all the space. So get a squatty potty and just like allow your body to change. It's very different. It's very different.
Informational.
Good.
I like it.
Good. I'm glad.
I don't know if that anymore.
Okay, I gotta see if there's anything else that they need. Because I'm like, what has been my go-tos? Oh, I'll link my Amazon body pillow that you need because that is a game changer. So my squatty potty, my Amazon body pillow, bio oil that I use so I can avoid stretch marks. I'll link that for you guys. Then I also I'll encourage you guys to like start like listening to podcasts or like motivational stuff that's gonna put you in the right headspace, because I just know that you can get a little overwhelmed. So start taking care of yourself mentally. That's really huge. And then, I don't know, I think that's it. I think that's it for now, but I'll definitely, like, if you guys have any questions or you guys want any questions answered, I will definitely drop all of it in the comments. So let's just be there for each other and like be real about this.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, love you babies. Just wanted to let you in on my life and why I don't know if pregnancy is for me. Don't hate it, but it's probably about like 2 stars.
1 baby's good for you guys.
Or surrogacy. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, love you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you later.
Did you have any weird food cravings?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, that's good. We gotta be putting that in there. Good.
Do you smell different?
Yes. Okay, these are great questions. Number 1, food cravings. Oh my God. That was the hardest thing for me in the beginning because I was vegan for a few years and didn't eat red meat, didn't eat like nothing, pork, lamb, nothing of that. Baby wanted steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I ate steak, I ate lamb chops, I ate potatoes. She did not like vegetables, did not like salad. I ate a salad and I almost died. Like I thought it was gonna come out both ends, like gross. It wasn't until the 3rd trimester she even started liking fruit. So it was a struggle bus for me at the beginning. I did not feel like myself. I ate the most manly things. It was gross.
Steak is great and it's not manly.
You don't have any room to talk. This is the most boyish girl that I know. Secondly, do I smell different? Oh, we gotta add this in here. Y'all, hygiene during pregnancy is so hard. 1, because you're unmotivated and you don't even want to take a shower, but you do smell completely different. Your whole body odor changes because you now have a baby in there, so your genetic makeup is different. I could not stand the smell of myself. I could not stand the smell of my husband. I literally gagged when one day Chris wanted to take a shower with me and I was like, no, I'm sorry, I can't smell you, get away from me.
I don't know why I just thought of that.
His feelings were incredibly hurt and I felt really bad, but I could barely stand the smell of myself without gagging. So adding his body odor and my body, it just wasn't a thing. And I still smell disgusting. I'm sorry.
That's so interesting.
That's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh.